cat pulling tail. This stretch also has some variations to it, as not everyone will be able to get into the cat pulling tail. So I will offer some options, but the idea is that you feel it through those hip flexor muscles in the front of your thighs. For this particular exercise, you will need a belt or a yoga strap or something that you can catch your foot onto to help pull the foot in, and you'll understand in just a moment. So to begin, you will assume a lying position on your belly, and then you will bring the one arm, so in this case we'll start with the right elbow and we'll bring it into like a half plank where it comes horizontally across. Make sure that elbow is directly below your shoulder when you're doing this. And then your left leg is going to come up as high as you can take it. From here, we're going to take the left hand and put it on your lower back and try to turn your spine around. And just see what kind of rotation you can get out of your spine. Once you've reached the most rotation that you can achieve, you're looking now at your straight leg and you're trying to catch the foot through that back end. Here, what I find people tend to do is they tend to roll onto their side quite a bit. That is not going to allow you to effectively stretch the area that we're looking to stretch. So you really want to make sure that you are lying almost on your stomach and you can feel your pubic bone on the floor while you're in this position. And keep a strong shoulder. Don't collapse through that shoulder. You're going to end up injuring your shoulder. You want to push through that shoulder and then pull this leg in as far as you can, feeling that stretch through the front of your leg. If you have difficulty achieving this stretch, you put a band around your foot, and then you can pull the band in and decide how close you want to bring that and how much you want to pull on that. Again, here, focusing on that breath and just letting the body melt and let go of all the tension that exists in that hip flexor region. The cat pulling tail is an excellent stretch. However, another very good hip flexor stretch is the dragon, and the twisted dragon specifically. So with the twisted dragon, you're going to bring one leg forward and go into a lunge position. Once you have achieved that lunge position, you're going to take your right hand and place it out by the side, and you're going to rotate around. So this is very similar to the cat pulling tail, except you are elevated off the floor, and you'll rotate around, still spotting that foot, and then go and grab it on the outside, over top of the pinky, the baby toe, and pull it in through there. You're going to use that foot as a mechanism to twist and rotate your body around. Again, focusing on your breath and allowing that spine to rotate. I always love when we include spinal rotation with stretching because, like I said before, we always have to consider the joint above and below the pelvic region to get the best out of the flexibility we're trying to achieve. And naturally, you will switch to the other side, bringing the opposite leg forward, keeping the left hand down this time, and just rotating through that spine, looking for that foot in the back. If you can't reach it, you have your strap to help you do so. So you put the strap around the foot, and then you can pull it in as needed. Here again, focusing on that breath, and just letting the tension in the front of that leg dissolve. This is not a race. This is a patience game, and just allowing the time that your muscle needs, that the ligaments need to lengthen. And then if you feel like you achieved a 2 out of 10 discomfort and you're ready to let go of that band and you want to pull a little bit harder with your arm to get back up to that 5 out of 10, then do so. And then just wait again until you dissolve that tension and get back down below 5 out of 10. The final version of the hip flexor stretch would involve having a vertical bar that you can grab onto. So this works really well in a door frame. So imagine this was the frame of a door and you're walking into the door here. So you will assume that same lunge position, but depending on what side you're going, you want to make sure that the foot that is away from the door frame that you're going to be reaching to is back. So in this case, we would want to switch the leg and have that other leg forward, because this leg here is going to go down onto the ground, and that same arm, in this case the left side is stretching, the left arm is going to reach all the way over top of the head, and the right hand is going to push away. And here you're going to not only feel it in your hip, but you're also going to feel it all the way through the lats, which are those big back muscles that make up the wings from our arms all the way to the tailbone. And here, focus on that breath. And of course, this always needs to be done on both sides. So as you turn around, you take that outside leg, you bring it back, and you reach that right arm this time all the way over, and you place the left hand on the bottom, pushing your body away from the door frame, or if you have a horizontal pole in your house or an unfinished basement, perhaps there are vertical structures that you can hold on to. Use this as an opportunity to get a double anchor stretch going, where you're going to get the lats as well as the hip flexors involved. And this one really makes a big difference in terms of how much flexibility you restore in those hip flexors.